So here we go then with the seniors once again. This group is A against D, and it's going to have on pole position, as he has been all day, after quickest in qualifying, Mark Kimber starting there out front. Alongside him is then going to be the Jana Govert's kart in 212. Row 2 lines up with Thana Pongpan Satumnu. He's going to be there or thereabouts, I reckon, for the pre-final grid tomorrow. And then Christopher Chennai rounds out the second row. Back on row 3 is going to be Patrick Dagenbeck for this time round, with Daniel Stell, who performed very impressively in the earlier heat. He'll start on the outside of row 3 this time. Row 4 then sees Nicholas Bart with Sebastian de Grande next up. Row 5 will have Jordan Brown-Nutley, who hasn't performed as well as he'd have liked, but if he can keep these consistent results going, he's going to be again a little bit higher up on the grid for tomorrow. Manuel Gallifrey-Torna lines up next in 10th place. Then row 6 will be the likes of Felix Vargate and Isaac Voltenham. Row 7 sees Niels Koelen and Tom Nippers. And then on to row number 8 will be João Ferreira from Portugal and Dimitri Fick from Netherlands. And then the final place on the grid will be taken by the Norwegian, which is Marius Solly Poulsen in kart 217. So that's who we have out this time. Again, we have Mark Kimber, who's in contention for some good results here this weekend. He's a little bit lower down in the championship, and of course that was thwarted by the problems he had earlier in the season. He got disqualification at the first round in Belgium. So Mark Kimber is just going for glory pretty much this weekend, because he has to count that disqualification as one of his rounds for this year. He cannot drop it, unfortunately, from the standings. But everyone else up there looking good. Jana Gavort is with an outside shot of the championship, and also looking a little bit further down. Watch out as well for Christopher Chennai. He's performed really well so far this weekend. He lies 7th within the championship, and anything can be possible if things go his way this weekend. But it's the penultimate race of the day, penultimate race for the seniors as they head through the zone, where they now need to start slowing right down, back off, and getting good formation for the start of this race. We've had a really good start so far today. Let's see if we can keep it that way towards the end as the speed builds once again for the seniors, which get underway. Through across the line they go, and a good start being made by Mark Kimber from pole position. He's going to take the lead straight away through turn 1 and already pull out a good 2 or 3 kart lengths in towards turn number 2 as they all bunch themselves up through there. Second place in the minute is the 212 machine, which is going to be Jana Gavort. He got through pretty quickly and across the track. Someone off wide there was 244, which is Jordan Brown-Nutley. He's in stride right towards the back of the field, so he's been ushered out wide off screen. Jordan Brown-Nutley, work to do now. If anyone can do it, it's the Brit. Jordan Brown-Nutley has been very quick in previous encounters so far this year and other championships as well, so watch out for Jordan. But for now, second place Jana Gavort, good start for him as we said. Third place up there is Thana Pongpan Satumnu. He's got a good start there in kart 265. Let's try and work out who else has come through. I reckon Christopher Chennai is there or thereabouts. He'll be towards the first 5 placings as they complete lap number 1. Mark Kimber coming through, completing the lap in kart 248. Second place across the line is going to be Jana Gavort. Third place then for Christopher Chennai. Fourth place is going to be Thana Pongpan Satumnu, and then Patrick Degenbach rounds out your top 5. Sixth place just behind him on the tally is Nicholas Bart. Felix Vargate then comes through in 7th place. 8th place will be Isaac Voltenham. 9th place for the machine of Manuel Gallifrey-Torna, and Sebastian de Grande rounds out your top 10 at the end of the first lap. And Jordan Brown-Nutley did come through, classified in 17th place after 1 lap, and he is at the minute a second adrift of Daniel Stell. So Daniel's had problems as well, so I reckon both of those were caught up in the same melee. So both of those quick earlier on, down in 16th and 17th places at the minute. Move being made there down the inside line as Christopher Chennai makes the place on Jana Gavort, I think that is. Yes, it is. So Jana Gavort has gone now down to 3rd place. Christopher Chennai comes up into 2nd. And all of this is allowing Mark Kimber just to pull away out front now as they need to get their heads down and work together in this one to bring down a 1.1 second gap, which has now been established at the end of the second lap. So first on his own, Mark Kimber. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th all together. They go back to 7th place man, which is Felix Vargate. Again, hasn't performed to the best of his ability so far today, but let's see how that sets him up for tomorrow. Another move mainly happening down there, or looking to be made, is between Jana Gavort and Satumnu, but Satumnu holds on to it for now as they head in towards the hairpin at turn number 10. They're all starting to bunch up now, all wanting to get through as well. You've got Patrick Deegan back in there, along with the 6th place man, which is Nicholas Bart. All of them wanting to get through, but it's a bit of a traffic jam at the minute as they work their way through the final corner. Across the line once more goes Mark Kimber, and already, by the looks of it, Christopher Chennai has just broken away from those behind. So Christopher Chennai now in 2nd place on his own. He was slower than Mark Kimber, but he was quicker than Jana Gavort, so that's good news for him in 2nd place. Mark Kimber is the quickest man on circuit now, 51.393. Just recorded that on the previous lap as they work their way on this fourth lap down the back straight. This is the fight going on a little bit further down the field at the minute. This is for positions outside the top 10. I think Jordan Brown-Nutley's in there somewhere. He's right on the back, in fact, of the group. In fact, the whole package on the back of. This is the fight going on for 9th and 10th by the looks of it as they work their way through the left-hander down towards the final corner. This is the lead battle once again then. Mark Kimber goes through. Second place still that of Christopher Chennai. The gap now opening to 1.6 seconds. Yana Gavorts has still got trouble from behind there. Thanapongpan Satumnu, he's not backing off whatsoever. He's right on the tail as they work their way through turn number 5 and 6. As Mark Kimber has gone even quicker with a 51.221 now. Off the straight, well and gone is Mark Kimber. Nothing really to worry about there. It's the fight for fourth place that is really on, or third place in fact there, between Yana Gavorts. Also in there as well, Thanapongpan Satumnu. You've got towards the back of that Patrick Degenbeck along with Nicholas Barton. Felix Varga I think has just joined in as well now. Yep, and not too far adrift is going to be Isaac Voltonen, who is trying to get onto the tail of these 3 or 4 guys. Through goes there Thanapongpan Satumnu, up now into third place. So I definitely think Yana Gavorts is the cork in the bottle this time round, starting to hold everyone up. As soon as Christopher Chennai got through, he has pulled away, and let's see if now Thanapongpan Satumnu can also pull away from Christopher Chennai as they work their way through. There's a little bit of congestion going on there side by side as they run through on towards turn number 5 now. And have we had the change? Yes, Satumnu is back behind Yana Gavorts as they go through sector 1, but then Satumnu is going to try and fight back to the inside at turn number 7. That's very risky to do there, but he's still going to try and find space up at turn number 8. And as he goes through, I think there's a defensive line being taken as one of them runs wide on the exit of the corner, which is going to allow Felix Varga to come through pretty quickly now. Yeah, because Nicholas Bartz has dropped down into what's going to be 8th place as upper position goes Felix Varga, and also up one as well goes our 7th place man, which is Isaac Voltonen now on this lap. So lots happening between them. Jordan Brown-Nutley, I can tell you, is now up into 14th place on this lap. He started the lap there and he's going to end it there as well by the looks of it. He's 1.2 seconds adrift of our 13th place man, which is Niels Coulomb, and he's almost there now. Brown-Nutley goes through at 51.3. Not the quickest lap of the race, but it is near enough half a second quicker than Niels Coulomb and Sebastian de Grande ahead of him. So let's see if Jordan can get back inside the top 10. Mark Kimber does another quickest lap of the race, 51.007. As a change for third place has happened once more there. I think Satumnu has got back ahead, and now he's trying to defend from the challenge from behind. They work their way on towards the hairpin runs between turns 10 and 11. And who's at the head of that battle there? Is it Satumnu, or is it the 212 machine? Yes, Satumnu now is back in third, but he's under attack here from Yana Gavorts, who draws alongside down towards the last couple of corners. On the tail of them, we've got Felix Varga now starting to work his way through. Coming into his own strength range now is Felix Varga. Run well so far this year in the Euro Challengers. Down the inside line goes 212. Yana Gavorts back ahead of Thanapongpan Satumnu. And right there with him, 211 is Felix Varga now. And there's 3 more on the back of that, which include Patrick Degenbeck, Isaac Voltonen, and now Joe Ferreira is in the mix as well, up into 8th position. So some really good fighting amongst all of these. Patrick Degenbeck has gone straight to the tail of that battle in 8th place. And also catching up now is 9th place man, Manuel Galafretorna. He is there. And watch out for the 10th place man, which is going to be Nicholas Bart. He is also onto the tail as well. So all of these carts being held up by definitely Yana Gavorts. They're not going anywhere until they can clear him, which Mark Kimber and Christopher Chennai both did at the start. And they now sit 2.4 seconds apart in first and second. And Christopher Chennai sits 2 seconds up the road from Yana Gavorts in third place. There goes Mark Kimber now onto lap number 9 then, through the infield section at turns 3, 4 and 5. Second place still Christopher Chennai, and here comes the battle for third. And who's going to appear first? It's going to be anyone's guess there. I think that was that Yana Gavorts still there? Yeah, no, it's Felix Varga who's come through. So Felix is up into third place now. He's got the job done. So here's the next man to escape the battle and pull away from Thanapongpan Satumnu. He's also got through as well, and it now means that everyone behind Yana Gavorts is going to be even further held up in this battle as they work their way down towards turn 10. There goes another move down the inside line from the number 240 machine, which means through goes João Ferreira. He's done well, the Portuguese racer. He's come from the back of that right to the front. So great job there from João Ferreira. So Yana Gavorts drops another one down to 6th place. Just wondering if Yana Gavorts has got wrong setup on this car. It doesn't seem to be working in his favour at the minute, unfortunately, as he goes through now in 6th place. Behind them, outside the top 10, we've had a change because Jordan Brown-Nutley's made his way through into 11th position, and he now sits on the back of Sebastian de Grande, who is just 700ths of a second down the road. So I reckon Jordan Brown-Nutley will get this place away as well before the end of the race. We're now on to lap number 10, so this one and one more to go. And Brown-Nutley, in fact, has already got the job done. He's up into 10th place, and he may get with this battle before the race comes to its conclusion. So watch out for 244. Jordan Brown-Nutley is going to be right there with them again, a championship contender this weekend after missing the 3rd round at Wackersdorf in Germany. It does mean that all his points here this weekend will count, so he'll need to make sure that he gets a good result in tomorrow's pre-final and final, and to do that he needs a good result today in this final heat for the seniors. And of course we've still got one of the other senior classes to come, and that could shape up things a little bit further as well before we get the conclusion of the final grid. But one man who's assured a great starting position for tomorrow is Mark Kimber. He's doing the job out front. He won his first race of the day. Then he came up against Brett Ward where he finished 2nd. And this time round it looks like he's going to be back on the top step of the winners' rostrum as he comes through the turn 8 down through turn 9. And let's see if anything's going to happen for 3rd first off, and what's going to happen with Mark Kimber. Is he going to be comfortable to the line? It looks that way. 3 seconds in hand over Christopher Chennai. He hasn't been challenged a single bit in this race. He pulled out at the start. He made everyone back themselves up. He gets through the final corner, and Mark Kimber is a double winner in the senior category here in Italy today. It's 2 out of 3 for Mark Kimber. Some say that isn't too bad at all. Christopher Chennai then comes through in 2nd place, 3.1 seconds adrift, and there is the fight for 3rd place across the line now. A one long line as they take the checker flag, and were there any further changes on that last lap? Doesn't look like it. I think everyone stayed pretty much set in stone by the looks of that. So Mark Kimber classified as the winner. After 11 laps, he wins by 3.1 seconds, and he was in fact the quickest man on circuit as well, 51.007. With another 9.5 minute race completed, he'll be delighted with that, and that will give him probably a front row starting grid for tomorrow. We're going to have to wait for the other class to finish that race before we decide how the grid lines up. But for now, Mark Kimber is the winner for Strawberry Racing. 2nd place for Eurokarting is Christopher Chennai. 3rd place goes away Felix Varge. What a drive that was for him. 8 places made up within that race. 4th place then for Thana Pongpan's Tumnu. 5th place goes away Jal Ferreira. What a drive from him as well. 10 places gained in that race. Just behind him was Isaac Boltonham. Another progressive drive from him up into 6th place. Jana Gavorts was the big struggler. He dropped down to 7th place after starting on the front row of the grid. 8th place goes the way of Patrick Degenbach. 9th place, Jordan Brown-Nutley. Very good drive considering he dropped to 17th place. It could have been a whole lot better for Jordan, but in the end he stays where he started. That's 9th place. And Sebastian de Grande comes through in 10th. Behind them we had Manuel Galafro Torna, Daniel